This is dope. Look at that engine. That's hard. I like how they did that. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to KHAIR'S Garage. Today, man, we at Copart checking out some of these rides, man. First ride up we got right here, 2016 Scat Pack Charger, man. This thing is pretty clean. 4-piston red Brembos up front. Doesn't really have any damage that I can tell. 76,000 on the miles. A little flat tire, but that's whatever. I like this paint. You can see up close it has the pearl in it. That's dope. It's not just a regular white paint. No real damage that you can see. Let's move to the inside and see if anything's going on with that. But yeah, y'all, I just wanted to pop out the Copart. I never really took y'all with me before, but I always see the pioneers of this thing. Shout out to them boys, man. We hustle daily, TK's Garage. They the reason I even started this, for real. So we got to shout out the pioneers, man. All love. But as y'all can see, look at the door panels. Similar to the ones that I have, but this one is like the hard, kind of like plastic. Doesn't have the red stitching and the leather on it right there. So it does have power, but it's not going to turn on for us just because it doesn't have enough power to start up. A lot of these cars here at the auction don't have enough power to start up just because they've been here for so long and whatnot, especially these bigger V8s. But as you can see, the seats and everything are in good condition. It does have a sunroof on it. Everything is pretty nice in here, man. Everything's intact the way it should be. Let's go ahead and check out the motor. Everything seems to be good. Just a little dusty from being here for a while, as most of these cars are. Yeah. So it's not starting, obviously, because of a power issue. Battery's dead. But overall, this wouldn't be a bad car to invest in if you guys are interested in something like this. It's pretty clean, listed as a rent and drive, no body damage at least. So if you're feeling lucky, chance it. It wouldn't be a bad idea. All right, so up next, we got the SRT 392. I don't think it's the Trackhawk just because I don't see any other badging on it. And right there, we do just have the SRT, so I'm assuming that is. Got the 6-piston calipers up front. This wrap is not bad, but it's a little too gloss for me. I like the wraps to be matte color. And as you can see, the damage is pretty much the front and rear door. A little bit of the quarter panel, back bumper. Might have snapped the lower control arm or something on the back end because the tire's bowing out like that. It does have the Borla exhaust on it, so I'm pretty sure this thing sounds nice and crazy when they start it up. Yeah, let's go ahead and pop the hood. See if there's any damage that we can tell from that. I don't think so, just because all the damage seems to be from the side. Yeah, it doesn't look to be like there's anything too wrong with this. Just a little dusty. It is listed as no start, so I don't think it'll start up. Let's see if we can get in here with this door messed up like that. But it does have high miles, as you see, 107,000 miles, man. The interior is pretty nice though. Carbon fiber on the door panels, that's pretty dope right there. Harman Kardons on the speakers. Got the seats, got that Alcantara leather mixture. Don't think it's gonna have power though. Yeah, it's dead. But it's pretty nice, man. It's my first time actually being in one of these. But if I do ever go Jeep Grand Cherokee, I'll probably have to go with the Trackhawk though. I don't think I would go SRT because it's basically the same as the Scat Pack that I already got. So we got to go all the way with it. And it does seem to have the sunroof, but since it has no power, we can't get it to move back. But this is really nice. The suede headliner and everything, man. This is dope. So if anybody would be interested in something like this, go ahead and shoot your shot. There's no set price on these things. They pretty much go up to whatever you go to in the auction. Just hop in and see if you got the bag for it, man. Got this vet, man. Dang, they tore this thing up. That thing's sitting on the engine cradle. They do have one wheel. Man. I wonder what they had to do to make something like this happen, bro. They must have went over a curb or something, because, yeah, this is ridiculous. Oh, we got the other wheel in the passenger seat. Y'all can see that. This wheel is cracked. No real damage on the back end, but you can look down in there. This is dope. Look at that engine. That's hard. I like how they did that. All the bags in here are blown. Let's see if we can open this door. Can't even open the door. This thing is jammed shut, but as y'all can see, they got carbon fiber on the seats. That is hard. The dash isn't blown, surprisingly, but the airbag on the steering wheel is. Look at that. 16,000 miles. That thing didn't last long at all. So this was actually one of the cars on my watch list. It's a newer model Impala. It is high miles, but the reason I'm not gonna go and do it is because of this right here. So somebody vandalized it, or at least they say they vandalized it. But you wouldn't have to go that far to vandalize it if it was already in the crash. So I feel like it was crashed and vandalized to make sure it was totaled out. I don't know if there's something wrong with the motor, or if they just knew it was getting high up in miles and they didn't want it anymore, so they made sure it got totaled so they could get some money, aka insurance job. But that's kind of what it's giving right now. And on the inside, you can see there's pieces missing from the center console. And yeah, so that just wouldn't be a good idea to buy this one. So that's something you got to watch out for when you're out here in the auction. And right here, we got a 2017 Mustang GT 5.0. As you can see, most of the damage is on the front passenger side. Wheel apron. Everything else is kind of torn up. Might have some suspension damage as well, just because of where the head is. This computer's hanging, so I'm gonna go ahead and assume that's damaged and is exposed. So you might have to replace that if you're interested in buying this. Let's move on to the inside. It doesn't have a key. So basically every airbag in here is blown. It is a stick, so I wouldn't even be interested in this anyway. I don't even like Mustangs. Y'all know I'm Mopar, no car. Let's see. It is a no start, so ain't no point even trying to start it up. Let's see if we can find the hood latch. I don't know where that thing at in this car. Yeah, I don't know how to pop the hood on this one. And it's dirty in there, so I ain't really trying to touch everything. But there you go. Cloth seats, stick shift, and all of that. All the bags are blown. But most of the damage is up front. Nothing really going on in the back end of it. And they say Mopar is the only people that can't drive. Like everybody can't drive around here. Alright, y'all. Up next, we got this Challenger TA right here. It looks pretty good. It was a run and drive when it got here, but now it's just a start. It's been here for a real long time. As you can tell, this thing is all weathered, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on with it. Really low miles, as you can see, 9,344. Everything on the body seems to be intact. Nothing really seems wrong with it. Stock exhaust, everything on there is pretty much basic. Yeah, so let's just hop inside and see what's going on. power just because the window is stuck down. And yeah, no power. Everything in here pretty dusty. No sunroof in it, but aside from the dust, everything seemed to be in really good condition. I'm really thinking it's just a theft recovery because there's nothing wrong. Airbags aren't blown, seats in good condition. It's not like anything in here indicates that it was any type of accident, so most likely it's just a theft recovery. So this wouldn't be a bad option if somebody wanted to try to bid on it. I would just be cautious just because it doesn't have a key. So I don't see how they said it was run and drive unless they have the key in the office or something. Let's go ahead and check out what's under the hood. All right, so there we go. Got the motor. Everything just pretty dusty. They took the air filter out of here. So I guess they just wanted that. I don't see why they didn't take the air box too, but whatever. But nothing really seems to be out of place. Everything is just really old and dusty because the car obviously been here for a while. So this wouldn't be a bad option if somebody wanted to go ahead and bid on this. But just be cautious because it does say that it isn't running and driving. It's just running basically. So if you're interested in something like this, go ahead and put some money down on it, but just leave a little wiggle room in case you got to do something with the engine and transmission and whatnot. So that's not a bad option to go with as long as you go ahead and weigh out the risk. And let's see what else we got out here, man. Next up, we got this Chevy Silverado LT. It looks pretty clean. Let's move to the front and see if we see anything wrong with it. No. Let's check the side. Nah, it looks pretty clean. Oh, that's what's wrong with it. Mold on the interior. Yeah. But it's listed as a run and drive. It has high miles, but you could expect that out of a pickup truck, something that might be like a work truck. It came from Carvana. Let's see if we can see down in there and see anything. Not really. So, I mean, if you ain't scared to get in there and clean up some mold, this wouldn't be a bad truck to get for work. But I ain't doing that. I'll leave that to y'all. But yeah. Up next, we got this nice Silverado, man. This thing is lifted, beefy tires on it. Some front end damage right here. Doesn't seem to be anything that will really keep the car from driving the way it should. Looks pretty nice. The miles are also low. Looks pretty good on the outside. Let's check around the back. Yeah, no real damage back here. Overall, this is a pretty clean truck. Back seats, really clean. They still have the mats down. This is pretty dope, man. They even got the step up right there because it's lifted. Everything in here is really clean, man. I like this. Only bag blown is this one. Dash is good. Knee airbag is good. It doesn't have any power, so it's not going to start right now. So we could check out the engine. But overall, this is a nice truck. There you go. That's the motor. Everything down in there seems pretty good. This would be a really good buy for somebody who's interested in getting a truck. Not too much work to do to it. At least that's what it appears right now, but you can always account for something else going wrong that you didn't think in the beginning of the process. So always just allocate some money aside for something like that. And yeah, this isn't a bad idea, man. This is a really good truck. So if anybody be interested in that, hop on Copart, put your money down. But do not put money down. I hate when people do this. If you're gonna put money down on the car, wait until the auction starts. If you put money down on pre-bid, the price is always gonna raise. So don't put money down before the auction actually starts. You're gonna get outbid. So just wait until it starts. Go up as you can. You might get lucky then, but don't ever just put money on a pre-bid. It's completely pointless. Next up, We got that CLA 250. It doesn't have a key, they say, but I'm pretty sure it does. Let's see, 137,000 miles. That's a lot of miles on something like this. Doesn't really have too much damage that you can tell. But the thing is with me, I don't like European cars, especially like Mercedes and BMW, because they have a ton of electrical issues, especially when they get up in miles like this one. So it's gonna cost you a lot of money for the car and a lot of money to fix it. So it's just not worth it to me personally. But as you can see, the interior looks pretty clean. Don't think it has any power. It does have a key, as I thought it would. So yeah, this is a nice looking car, but overall to me, I don't think it's really worth it. Let's see if we can get it to crank up. Nope, no power. I ain't gonna lie, it looks nice in here, but it's just not something I would invest my money into, because you can guarantee you're gonna be putting more and more as you go along. All right, right here they got that Range Rover. I don't really like these newer Range Rovers because they don't look as masculine as the older ones did. They kind of make it smaller, like a mom car type thing. So I kind of died off of the Range Rover wave. This one is a 2018. It's pretty dope, but at the same time, it's something that a woman would more likely get than a guy. Because I feel like the older Range Rovers are like how the current day Trackhawk is. It was just like a tough masculine car that everybody wanted, but now it's kind of turning into more like the women's scene. So this one right here just pretty much has the rear end damage, as you see. Needs some new taillights, back bumper. Don't really see too much structural damage, so I don't think you'll need to do too much pulling or anything like that. Yeah, so no real cut and weld or pulling jobs you really need it right here, except for this little tiny dent right here. But that's really minor in my opinion. So really just some bumpers, new tail light, the side tail lights as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. The miles aren't too bad, 36,000. No blown airbags either. This thing is, I like this leather in here, man. The accent, white stitching in between. This is dope. So yeah, this wouldn't be a bad car for somebody who might be interested in something like this. It does have the sunroof. This is dope. I just like how this mirror right here is edgeless, like it doesn't have the frame around it or anything. That is just embedded into the dash and just looks sleek and modern. And there's another screen down here. It's pretty dusty. You can't really see it, but this thing is actually pretty nice, man. Surprisingly. And no power, as you can guess, as most of the vehicles at the auction are. So like I said, make sure you bring yourself a jump box, man. You're gonna need it. All right, y'all, so that's pretty much for today's video. We'll get more soon, but if you haven't already, please go ahead and like, comment, subscribe for me, guys. I would really appreciate it. Help this channel get up, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.